How come in Star Wars all the time lightsabers are just rubbish? I don't know. I just feel like they could be used for so much more, and they're shit.
Thing that Jedis haven't unlocked the full potential of a lightsaber.
I'm just saying, if you've got a fucking laser that you can control at that accuracy, if you're not using it to just fucking carve through walls left, right, and center.
Let's not forget, in the absolute masterpiece that is Star Wars The Phantom Menace, Qui-Gon Jinn pushes it. Here's what annoys me about that scene when he's cutting through the door at the beginning. He doesn't go all the way straight away because he puts it in and starts cutting. He's like, this is working. And then they're like, well, put down the second doors we have because, yeah. And then he goes, okay, now I'll put it all the way in. Like, why weren't you all the way in to begin with?
He's a tease. He's a door.
He didn't have consent.
That's true. The blast door did not consent to Qui-Gon Jinn's lightsaber.
Yeah, if I was a Jedi, I'd definitely be using the Force and the lightsaber at the same time because you don't see that much.
Yeah, just like they're not even holding the lightsaber; they're just throwing it around using the Force.
Fuck yeah, 100%.
Like a fucking javelin.
If me and you get into a lightsaber battle, pew, 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 with one hand, secretly with my other hand, get another lightsaber from that bench over there, straight through your fucking head.
Here's what I'm thinking of. You know in Attack of the Clones when they're having that massive battle at the end of just CGI things hitting CGI things? It's just so wonderful to look at. And there's Jedi there. Yoda's there.
Kit Fisto.
Kit Fisto.
Kid Fisto. I know that joke has been made endlessly, but why would you name anything that close to the words Kid Fisto?
Because George Lucas is he's a madman.
I've got a new idea for a Jedi. I'm George Lucas. His name is Banal Baper. What do you mean it sounds like anal raper?
Let's not forget, George Lucas is the man who thought, do you know what Star Wars needs more of? Political commentary and trade negotiations. That's who he is.
By his beloved characters, Banal Baper and Kid Fisto.
My favorite would be Chilmo Lester.
What I love the most about them is by themselves, I'm the Jedi Child Mo. You'd be like, okay, cool. And then, have you heard Senator Lester's coming in? Oh, the Jedi? Yeah, Child Mo. Oh
no!
Oh wait, Child Mo. Lester.
Have you seen those behind the scenes videos of like the first time they watched like the full cut of Phantom Menace, and it's just a room of silence and people just like rubbing their temples and just be like, "What have we done?" And George Lucas is like, "Well, we can't fix it because it's got to be that way." So I guess that's it. So I like to think that they're watching the movie and Kid Fister's in there, and they're just like, I mean. He's integral to the fight at the end of Attack of the Clones. we can't take out Kid Fister. And they're like, George, he pushes a droid. It's like, I know, but it's integral to the structure of the scene.
Why, secondly, on the old lightsaber conversation here, other than for the occasional beheading or arm cutting off, you don't really see Jedis go ham on people.
I mean, I love it that
do you?
When Darth Maul gets cut in half, spoilers, just a mist comes out of him.
Yeah, and when not Qui-Gon, Ben Kenobi, he gets killed, he just disappears.
Yeah.
Literally, his body just goes, fuck this. Fizzles out. What the fuck? What does a lightsaber do? Because it cuts off hands and also explodes people, apparently. Turns them into dust.
I agree that they've not reached the full potential of going full
lightsaber
machete with a lightsaber.
Yeah, I just want to see. Here you go. Next film, I want to see. What's his name? Adam Driver.
Kylo Ren.
Come down to the army field. Battlefield.
The army. Nope. The army field.
The army field. And there's a bunch of stormtroopers.
Men, assemble on the army field for army. We're going to army them.
We need army men on the army field.
But what do we do in the army field? We perform army.
Yeah, we do army. And yeah, I just want him to just go, all right, stormtroopers, you fucked me off. Come at me, bitches. And then just slice the fuck out of people. I want it to be super gory. I want him to do a person... I want that, that classic gag in horror films. I want him to do a person. You know that bit they do in horror films where somebody gets sliced and then they stand for a second and they blink and then the front half of them peels away from the back half of them. I want to see that in my next Star Wars movie.
Can it also be set to ELO's Mr. Blue Sky?
Fuck yes, 100%.
Sweet. I'm in.
But sadly, instead we get fucking CGI llama things running through the streets.
Yeah, and droids, just fucking hundreds of CGI
And
droids.
a fucking football controlling ATST. God, that still enrages me. Here's my last point I want to make about the lack of lightsaber use. Is again back to Attack of the Clones before we got off in kid fisting. Is that Yoda's there? He has a lightsaber, and instead of doing anything,
He hops around.
he just lets wave upon wave of clones just get mowed the fuck down. And I'm thinking, like, why not just build a big lightsaber machine and then just
Like one that-
hurl it at
like
the
a
fucking
wall.
yeah, and then just hurl it
Yeah, like
at
a really big lightsaber machine that could like destroy planets.
Actually,
them.
there's
No,
a
we're
lot.
not there yet in Attack of the Clones. We've only got the plans.
There's actually a fucking lot. Right, you want to use that lightsaber technology? Here's an idea: like a floor heater
yeah.
with wheels, lightsaber technology blasting.
Yes,
up.
that's
You've
exactly
now-
what I'm thinking.
You now
And
got
then-
a shield,
And then just
and we've seen that lightsabers can reflect laser shots. So
And
you
just
just saved your entire
drive it
fucking
at
army.
the fucking bad guys.
Well, yeah, no, so I'm thinking about using a shield, but you're exactly right. And then what you do is you go, right, cool. So they ran out of laser shots, I guess. I don't know, is there
Yeah,
ammo?
shit,
There is
yeah.
ammo because the
Yeah.
Battlefield games have
Yeah.
ammo. We ran out of laser
Also,
shots.
Attack of the Clones, the TV series.
Yeah, so there's ammo. And then what do we do now? All right, cool. Just pick up the floor heater lasers and jam them onto this horizontal plane thing like a Trojan horse and just fucking rocket ship into them. There you go. Done.
Also, do you know what? I don't want to be horrible, but this kind of shows just the lack of imagination of George Lucas, which is that a galaxy full of all sorts of things, space battles. I mean, he did it in number 3, but still, number 2 ends with an army on one side going at another army on another side, and I'm like, really? This is like this is what you'd expect from
an
like
army of robots.
an army of robots just
clones.
walking towards an army of clones.
But the thi-
and
with-
there's no fucking weight or like tension
yeah,
to
exactly.
any of that.
Exactly, man. I was just gonna say that there are no stakes in that fight because you have an infinite robot army.
Yeah.
No one gives a fuck about robots, and an infinite army of faceless clones. No one gives a fuck about them either. So
Do
you
you
are.
reckon that was maybe part of the political commentary?
Oh,
That's an interesting question.
that is an interesting question.
That is why Attack of the Clones is the greatest Star Wars movie of all time.
That's not true, is it?
Fight me.
Also, I love it that in The Last Jedi, they're like, how do we get to this door? Just use a mini Death Star laser to just blast it open.
I feel like the laser technology, you're exactly, is not used to its full potential
It's so annoying.
ever. Is it the same
Also,
lasers?
once again, it's an army of rebels in trenches and then just another army on the other side, and they just walk towards each other. I'm like, why?
You don't really give
just-
a fuck about.
Just fucking put up the lightsaber wall and push it at them.
How does anybody get to power in the Star Wars universe if you're not a Jedi or a Sith? In a universe where there are literal wizards, how does a big fat slug have any standing whatsoever?
I mean, going off look at Merlin. Merlin was a wizard, but he didn't want power. He just wanted to
Yeah, but
practice his
the
magic.
Sith and the Jedi do want power. It's talked about a lot during the Star Wars
it's true.
universe.
Yoda
What
is
the
a,
fuck?
Yoda's a secret totalitarian dictator.
Teetotalitarian. He doesn't drink or eat or sleep or have a little Yoda piss up by himself. What was he doing on that swamp? Is that
I was
ever
literally
explained?
about to ask the same question. What the fuck was he getting up to in Dagobah?
What was he? No, but why was he on the swamp
Yeah, I mean,
as the last Jedi?
it was the
That was
person.
his home planet.
No,
No, it's not. They've said that.
Oh.
I know that much.
he's
living that communist lifestyle.
if you think about it, the greatest kind of Jedi master, you'd expect him to hide in like a fancy think of what's it called? Hold on, give me a second.
Castle,
Nope,
Watchtower,
nope. Shush, stop saying things.
Desert
Risa.
Cave.
Think of the planet Risa from Star Trek, which is the pleasure planet. Wouldn't you think the
Wait,
ultimate?
I need a bit more background. What's the pleasure planet in Star Wars?
It's no,
You seen that
in Star Trek.
that
Star
Disney
Trek.
film with Jim Sterling or whatever his name is, and like the pirates, and they go and get all the treasure.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
It's-
Yes, I've seen Pirates of the
no, it's
Caribbean.
Treasure Planet.
Oh, yeah, I've seen Treasure Planet.
It's nothing like that whatsoever. You know, like we have like Bali or
Treasure Pleasure.
places like Bali and stuff like that, where they're just these perfect holiday destinations where everything just seems perfect. Like the water's clear as all hell, and
Yeah.
beautiful sun, and you can just get like everything brought to you. Rice is that, but a planet where it's just like you go there and it's got whatever you want. It's like it's got beautiful
Like
people,
heaven.
it's got beautiful beaches, it's got
What if you want ugly
beautiful
people?
foods. Captain Picard goes there for his vacation, and all he wants to do is sit on his balcony and read his books. But then this beautiful woman happens to be on another balcony, and she's like, "Hello, Jean-Luc Picard. Let's get a wee bit." And he's like, No. I just want to relax by myself.
Sorry, love. I want to play my flute.
And of course, that's no flute yet, but good for you knowing that. And then later on, a plot unfolds in which he and her get wrapped up into, and he has to save her life.
This is one of those. It's one of those things I love about sci-fi TV shows, where Red Dwarf pulled it constantly. After 7 seasons of them being trapped on a spaceship, they went, the holodeck actually has the capability to make an entire world, and it's medieval. So now we're putting our characters into a medieval time.
Welcome to why Star Trek Voyager is one of the worst Star Trek series of all time.
They pull that trick a lot.
Because they're just like, we don't have an episode right now. What do you want to do? I guess we'll do something in the holodeck. It's like, great. But how do we make it worthwhile? We'll just say that the safety stuff is turned off because they get hit by a lightning cloud and the people in the holodeck are stuck in there, and now they have to survive this, quote, medieval world. God, I hate Star Trek Voyager. Anyway, what were we talking about?
should we talk about the subject that we wanted
I mean,
to
how
discuss
long have we been
originally?
recording so far?
13 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad. So yes, I keep all of this.
You're maybe getting 30 seconds out of this max.
No, all of that was gold. Keep all of that. If right now you're not hearing this conversation between Gary and I where we tell Audio Boy to keep all this, I want you to know that what we talked about was gold.
If he cuts it, no one's going to hear any of this anyway, you dickhead.
But I want them to know what the Audio Boy cut gold.
They aren't going to hear any of this because he'll just cut this conversation out, you moron.
But I'll keep referencing back to it, so that makes his life more difficult. I want that.
Don't think we want to open the episode with kid fisting.
Yes, we do. It was funny.
That is pretty funny.
All of that was funny.
Because it's not us. That's genuinely...
Yeah, we're not the bad guys.
That's genuine.
Do you know who the bad guys
I'd
are?
be with you, except that's an actual Star Wars thing.
The bad guys are the Kid Fisters and George Lucas. Those are the bad guys.
And
in this
Banal
scenario.
Vapor.
Yeah, and yeah.
Right. Let's get the fucking episode started.
And run the theme song.
It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. So won't you lend an ear?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Meandering Movie Podcast, where we talk about movies and have a topic which we've already not talked about.
But what we've talked about so far, all of which we'll be staying in, was great.
Should we double down? Go for a Star Wars episode?
I mean, why?
I don't know. It feels like it makes sense now that we've got.
Do you want to just talk about? Do you want to do the Skelligro, but for Star Trek, for
Well,
Star
I mean,
Wars?
I feel like we've done that pretty much.
No,
Let's-
there's so
shall we?
much more.
Should we double down?
Do you want to double? Let's double down.
I
One day
fucking-
we'll record what we were going to talk about, but not today.
I fucking hate Darth Maul. He's
What?
Right.
Okay. I just want to give context to the audience out there. None of this is planned. I have not.
Is any of it ever planned?
Sometimes, like, we have a structure. We had a whole different topic we were going to talk about, and then we got on to talking about lightsabers, and now you're
Stupid.
and now you're coming at the fucking boy of all boys, Darth Maul, and I'm not ready for this.
All right. It's been a while since I've watched these films, but my
I'm gonna
recollection
Kit
of
Fisto you.
my recollection of Darth Maul is he turns up, he looks awesome, he gets told to go do something.
He's voiced by Peter Serafinowicz.
When does he talk in the first film?
He's like, "At last we will have a revenge." Blah blah blah.
It's
He has like one line.
okay. Doesn't say shit. Doesn't do anything.
I mean, he jumps off that speeder bike and then brings out half his lightsaber to fight Qui-Gon Jinn on Tatooine.
And then eventually gets to his place where he dies.
Duel of Fates.
And as Qui-Gon Jinn's hanging there,
Nope. Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan's hanging there. I told you it's been a while. As Obi-Wan's hanging there, he then starts spinning his double-ended lightsaber around and just smashing the floor in front of him. Doesn't hit him. Doesn't chop off his fingers and kill him. giving Obi-Wan enough time to fucking force jump over him, flip, slice him in half, where he then dies. Except if you've seen not Rogue One. Solo.
Solo, a Star Wars story, and the Attack of the Clones animated series in which he comes back.
He's not
with
dead yet.
Spider legs.
But what was his purpose in that first film?
It's almost like George Lucas wrote a bad script filled with political nonsense and trade negotiations and racist stereotypes and
Okay, I feel like there's a lot to unpack.
like the Gungans.
There's a lot. Wait, so there's a lot that we could talk about in Star Wars.
Here's
Are we going to stick with?
here's the
Do we
question
stick
I
to
have.
original 3?
Sure. No, do you mean like 1, 2, 3 or 4,
I
5,
don't know.
6?
That's what I'm asking.
I think we just dance. I think 1,
We
2,
just dance through them all.
1, 2, 3 are the easiest ones, obviously.
Well, they're easy to rip on.
Because here's what I want to talk about. So the Gungans fight the droids, and once again, another battle in which one army
Jar
stands
Jar
across.
Binks is the ultimate Jedi.
Maybe. But,
You've heard that though, right?
oh yeah.
Have you seen the video on the guy who voiced Jar Jar
Yeah,
Binks?
tried
The
to
Soul
Brian
Pancake
suicide and
video.
stuff.
Brian Blessed.
And because Soul Pancake have done a lot of comedy videos over the year, I thought this was like a funny joke thing, and then realized, oh no, this is a full-on like documentary of how this guy's life has been ruined.
I mean, it's not only him, it's also the kids who
Hayden
played young
Christensen.
Anakin.
Hayden Christenary.
That's the guy that played him in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith.
Oh.
I'm talking about the wee kid from Phantom
I
Menace.
thought his name was Hayden Christenary.
No. He's like had to go to like
Yeah,
counselling and like
But then
rehab.
that's
And
what the fuck is with Star Wars fans that see a little kid and go, "You fucking ruined my favorite thing." You
do you know
shit.
what fucking pisses me off about
What?
these like Star Wars celebration things now? Is Star Wars fans sit around and go like, "Fucking Palpatine was shite," and look at fucking Hayden Christensen, he can't act. And then Star Wars celebration happens, and they walk out on stage, and because Star Wars fans are so fickle and so desperate to just cheer anything, they're like, "Oh my god, it's Hayden Christensen! Oh, I love him so much!" And I'm like, "No, you fucking don't, you pricks! You're the people sitting in comment section saying he's fucking awful." Big
How-
ups to Hayden Christensen, he's a decent guy. Also, at fucking Star Wars Celebration, when they showed the Episode 9 trailer, and like, spoiler alert, Palpatine's back, and then the actor from the...
Is he?
Yeah, Palpatine's back, and those actors...
I thought he died.
No one dies in these movies. Fucking look... What do you call it? Mark
Harrison
Hamill's
Ford?
already
Mark
filmed
Hamill.
his stuff for Episode 9.
thought
Nobody
he's dead.
dies in these films.
Oh, but is he coming back as a Force ghost?
Of course he's come back as a Force ghost.
What the fuck are Force ghosts?
It's fucking bullshit,
So,
is what it is.
as far as
no. I want to talk about first the Gungans, again, standing on one side
Okay.
of a field, fighting an army, standing on the other side of a field, because apparently George
Gungans
Lucas has
versus
only
droids.
seen Braveheart, and that's it. It's the only movie-
CGI like sea monkeys
Yes.
versus CGI robots.
But here's the thing I don't understand. They live underwater, but their primary weapon is electrified.
And catapults, which wouldn't work underwater.
No catapults wouldn't work underwater. All of their weaponry doesn't work underwater.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
They
That's a
throw
really good
balls
point.
of electricity. That's just going to wipe out.
If you drop one of them and you're underwater,
Yeah.
especially we've seen the Gungans.
They're
You
not
got Jar
smart.
Jar Binks kicking around.
Yeah.
that guy has the intelligence level of what? A 4-year-old?
Yeah.
5-year-old?
Small.
And they send him out into the real world as their fucking ambassador.
Yeah.
So they clearly think that he's one of their best of the best. What the fuck?
I mean,
so
that's-
yeah, Misa got the oh no.
I mean, what still it baffles me to this day is in the first one, he is characterized as a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And then somehow, in between 1 and 2, he becomes this fucking political connoisseur of the world. Where
Because
he's like,
he's the hero, isn't he? He's not the hero
well,
of
that was the plan of like
Gungan
George Lucas. Like
fight.
George Lucas had a plan that he was going to become this brilliant like hero that was going to have this wonderful arc, and he's like, Jar Jar's the key. He's the thing. He's the funniest character we've ever had. Brings it all together.
E.T.'s in the original Star Wars.
He's an Attack of the Clones.
Star Wars 1 or 2. I keep calling them the
But then
original
Yoda's
Star Wars.
Yoda's also in ET.
No, Yoda's not an E.T.
There's a person dressed up as Yoda in ET.
What?
Yeah, you never seen this?
No.
George Lucas and Steven Spielberg like traded back. So there's a person dressed as Yoda in ET, and then there's
What? Just like a little bad costume?
yeah, and then,
Oh, okay.
and then ET is in Attack
Well, see,
of the
but that's
Clones.
less fun because that just in E.T. that just means that the Star Wars universe franchise exists
Or
and is fun and people dress like their characters.
I mean, but ET,
But in Star Wars, E.T.
but in
an actual
but
alien.
in ET makes
Phones
a
home.
passing look at Yoda as if he recognizes him.
Well, because he does, because he's at the fucking
Senate meeting.
the Senate meeting, yeah, the Republican Senate meeting.
Yeah. It's all comes. It's in the words of George Lucas. It's like poetry. It rhymes.
It's the original shared universe, apparently.
What E.T. and Star Wars?
Yeah, there you go. I'd pay for that.
I mean, yeah.
Imagine if at the end of
I want them to
5 minutes after the end of E.T. Oh no, it can't be because Star Wars is set in a galaxy far, far away a long, long time ago.
Wormholes, baby.
Oh, good point. So what I'd like to see is 5 minutes after the end of E.T., the spaceships come back down. They vaporize planet Earth except for Reese's Pieces, which they then take back into space, and they become the primo currency of the Republic galaxy because, I don't know, it just feels like a fun... ET2. Gotta find those Reese's Pieces.
I was just leaving to see where you were going to go with that. And I love that that's where you ended up.
What would have been great if ET's parents came out of that spaceship at the end of ET? Because you don't see them, do you?
No.
And they were just
The actual his parents?
yeah, like ET's alien parents. But they came down, and instead of being that little long-necked piece of shit with the creepy arms and the Mr. Bean style, they came out and they just went, "Hi, have you got our kid? Oh,
Yeah.
you guys can talk? Yeah, where the fuck's our kid?
Yeah,
Get in the fucking car, E.T.
They're like these 6'2" muscular Adonises. He's
Yeah.
like, where is our fucking kid?
Where's our fucking boy? Get in the fucking spaceship. Don't you fucking get in the
Brian.
spaceship."
Brian.
My name is E.T. We're not fucking calling you that, all right? Your name's Brian, you fucking idiot. And we're sick of you getting left behind at petrol stations. Get in the fucking
Yeah,
shit.
E.T.
then
never
as-
had a name. It was just the extraterrestrial.
Extraterrestrial.
So
And then-
therefore, what's to say that E.T.'s in his world or its world
isn't just
Brian?
yeah, exactly.
We don't know.
And when he couldn't talk,
Prove
could say
me
shit.
wrong.
Could say go E.T. phone home. What language did E.T. speak?
E.T.ing.
But no, it must have been English. Actually, yeah, it must have been English because everyone in Star Wars universe speaks English.
Well, that's because of universal translators, thanks to Star Trek.
Where are there any universal translators in Star Wars?
He said Star Trek.
No, I know you did, but in Star Wars,
But Star Wars is not as good as Star Trek. Star Trek is a superior sci-fi show in every single way.
we're not talking about shows. We're talking about films. You fucking
Yeah, but they've
dingus.
got movies as well, you big fuck.
That's fine. We'll talk about them another day.
Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan is better than any Star Wars movie. Boom, I said it.
What the reboot?
There's only one Wrath of Khan movie.
Nah, there's the one with
There's only one Wrath of Khan movie.
Wimbledon tennis match.
There's not the one with Wimbledon tennis match does not count. And my favorite thing is the people listening to this, I hope they understand who we're talking about. And the ones who don't, you'll have to figure it out for yourself.
Oh,
Wimbledon
I'm
tennis
sure
matches.
everybody knows exactly who that is.
Oh, by the way, I went back recently and watched those videos of Wimbledon tennis match doing smog. Oh, it just brings me such joy to watch him crawl around the floor like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, that was a dumb thing. Right. What do I want to talk about? I want to talk about Force Ghosts because
I thought you were going to say foreskin. I was just like, what?
foreskin in the Star Wars universe, are they circumcising their young or are they not?
A very easy procedure with a lightsaber. Would cauterize
But
the wound immediately.
as we've learned, they're not using lightsabers to the full potential, so they'd probably create some sort of other piece of technology that's ancillary to the fucking lightsaber.
I do actually love though. Is it Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where Zoe Deschanel's Trisha McMillan and Arthur Dent, played by Martin Freeman, are on the spaceship, and Arthur Dent's going, "Oh, what kind of weird alien technology have they got?" And she goes, "It's there's like cool stuff, but it's pretty much like home." And he goes, "We're on a spaceship." She goes, "Yeah." Cuts a slice of bread with a little tiny lightsaber, and it toasts it as it cuts. And I went, "That's fucking genius.
That's pretty brilliant.
That's so fucking
But
smart."
here's the problem with that I was always thinking about
You were always thinking about. How long have you been thinking about this for?
since I saw the movie. Is what if you're making a cheese toasty and you go like with the toast and the cheese at the same time, and then your wee like laser thing gets covered in melted cheese and you have to wash it.
Well, I think in that situation you'd have to still grill it. You need a grill for the cheese.
Thus, the space in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is shite because in Star Trek you could just use
I don't watch it. Don't make the hand gesture at me like, what is it, Gary? What's the thing?
what's it? What? I have forgotten what it's called. No.
Oh yeah, it sounds like a great show to watch.
Shut up.
I'll make a point of watching this.
Shut up. I can't remember what it's called now. Oh well.
Cool story,
It's
man.
gone through my head.
Thanks for telling me about that.
You're welcome.
Really enriched my life.
I have a question about lightsabers.
Yes.
Replicator.
wait.
A fucking replicator can just make a cheese toasty just like that, and there's no mess. No mess.
Please ask Gavin and I, the lightsaber experts of the
Yes,
world,
please. Thank you.
your lightsaber question.
Why are they like a certain length? All the lightsabers are the same length, right?
Well,
but like, why?
Well, I mean,
because they
you know
turn
what
them
they
off.
say: the bigger the shoe, the bigger the lightsaber.
You
Also,
turn them
size
off,
doesn't
and all
matter,
the
it's
light
how you use
disappears,
it.
right?
Yeah,
They turn them on again, and they come out to a specific length.
yeah.
How?
That's just fucking. That's
That
just
makes what?
lightsaber magic.
If it's light, it should just keep going.
Well, I was thinking about this. I
Right?
think I figured out how you could make an actual lightsaber in real life. You'd need
Do tell.
That's
two mirrors.
Nope.
What do you mean no?
I just want to stop for a second. You do not know how to make a real lightsaber
I'm about to
because
fucking
there
tell
are
you.
real scientists out there who do shit like this, and I don't think they've done it. So you definitely don't.
No. Because what real scientists obviously you can't have one in real world because you don't have the force.
As compared to unreal scientists.
Yeah, Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin.
Duh.
So you have your handle, lightsaber handle, have a mirror, right? That slides in and out
It's like a telescope.
a little bit. No, it slides. So there's your handle, like you're holding your handle in your
I love
hand.
how you're doing this.
At the,
on
I'm
an
explaining
audio
it in more detail now. At the top of the handle, there's a mirror which slides on the x-axis, like in and out. In here, you've got your laser maker in the handle.
do that motion again.
In the handle, you get your laser maker, and then using the force, you hold another mirror at the distance you want. You fire out your laser, it hits the mirror, the other mirror slides in, and then the laser just bounces between those two mirrors forever. Boom, lightsaber.
But then, at no point do you ever see this second mirror at the very top,
Because they're on.
because it defeats the purpose of having a retractable blade,
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
doesn't it?
the thing I liked about
That's my thinking.
Kylo Ren's lightsaber, and shout out to Kylo Ren, the best character in the new films. Also, Adam Driver's the best actor in those new films. Is that one? His lightsaber seems
It's got a fucking crossguard.
it's longer than your standard one. It's also unstable because the crystal that he got was like shit. And I kind of think
Wait,
that's cool.
what are you talking about? Crystals?
The crystals they use for lightsabers. Do you not know about
Oh, I'm sorry.
I've heard the term kyber crystal.
Yeah, the
before.
kyber. Thank you.
But I
Kyber-
don't know what it
Kyber
is.
crystal?
Kyber crystal is what they use to like. It's a rite of passage for a Jedi to go to the planet where.
I've seen
What they
all
do
of
is
these.
they cut off their foreskin and then they leave it out in the sun for 15 years.
I've seen
And then
eight
once they
Star
turn
Wars
15,
movies.
it's gone all crystallized, and you
I
put
have
that in
seen
a
8
sword.
Star Wars movies, and I've never heard of a fucking kyber crystal. What are you talking about?
There's a thing from the books, obviously.
And the
But
Force
it's like
Unleashed
the-
You
game
fucking
or
nerd.
something.
Oh, let me tell you about this thing that I read in a book. This is a movie podcast, Gavin.
Yeah, but they go on this rite of passage to get their kyber crystal. They get the kyber crystal, and then one of the whole rites of passage.
All Jedis do this.
I mean, I think they're supposed to.
Luke
yeah.
didn't. He
And
just
then
fucking stole someone's lightsaber.
Yeah, so did Ray, but it's because those people are stupid. But and then the whole rite of passage is building your own lightsaber and putting your crystal into it, and it being your lightsaber.
Where did you get the crystals from?
There's a planet they go to where there's
Oh, it's like Ollivander's one shop.
yeah,
That's
except
fucking
a planet
stupid.
full of crystals.
That's
Also,
real
they
dumb.
use those crystals for the Death Star to build a big fucking destructible laser.
Kind of wish I didn't ask that question now.
I'm sorry, when you ask a question about sci-fi movie nerd shit, I'm gonna be
He's
here.
your boy. Gavin's your boy. Force Ghosts. For the third time. What the fuck?
It's the ghost.
That's
isn't
the
it?
question.
Do you know what it's called?
No, but what do you mean it's a ghost? Is there just fucking Force Ghosts everywhere, but you only see them when they want to show
Where
If
the
they
themselves?
have the force.
Where the fuck's the Mace
then
Windu
they
Force
can
Ghost?
have a ghost.
Well, exactly. Where's Kid Fister's
maybe-
Force Ghost?
I forgot about Kid Fister.
Where is it? But this is my point. So if you're a Jedi,
Here's-
you die. You can then. But would you choose? Do you choose to become a Force ghost when? And here's the other thing. Does Yoda die, or does he turn into nothing like Obi-Wan Kenobi?
I mean, he does show up like a physical form in The Last Jedi.
Who?
Does Yoda not show up as?
No, it's force ghost.
It's a Force ghost.
But
I
you-
think it must be if you're.
Is he blue? Is he blue tinged?
If
I've
you're
only seen
strong
the
enough
movie once.
in the ways of the force, if you're that strong,
You can
then you
just
can
will-
project yourself.
What?
A la,
Yeah, but if you're dead,
like a ghost.
No,
Yeah,
but if you're dead,
but
you're dead.
I mean, don't
something.
forget at the end
don't
of Revenge of the Sith, and when I say don't forget, I mean you've probably forgotten because it's fair. Is that Yoda and Obi-Wan are on the ship, and he's like, oh, someone's been practicing something. They're ready to communicate, blah, blah, blah. And then Ewan McGregor, because he'd given up at this point, gives another terrible line delivery, and he goes, Qui-Gon. And then apparently he goes to Tatooine, and Qui-Gon finishes his training.
What?
Yeah.
What's that? What relevance does that have to do to Force Ghost?
So Qui-Gon wasn't able to do it until his energy was powerful enough that he could come back.
So
as a
every
Force
Jedi can
ghost.
become a Force Ghost,
I don't know.
theoretically.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Did Yoda disappear like Obi-Wan? Yes or no? Did he just Did he
he
just
disappeared.
like
Oh,
Obi-Wan?
no, wait. He just kind of went in the bed.
Oh no! Fuck yeah! He vanishes.
Yeah.
He's like, "See you later, Luke. I've taught you everything I need to know." And Luke goes, "No, you haven't. There's loads I don't need to know." And he goes, "Yep, I'm done." And just fucking vanishes.
And then just fades out.
So presumably, if you fade out, you can Force Ghost. That's my theory.
Do you think maybe it's a thing where like
But then Vader doesn't,
you become
and Vader comes back as Hayden Christensen at the end.
Oh, I hate this so much.
They fucking put him
Oh,
in.
it still angers me. Oh, it annoys us so much. His big fucking bouffant hair just standing there on fucking
So
Endor.
you can choose to come back as a Force Ghost if you fade out, unless you're Vader. But maybe that's because he was part Sith, and he came
Maybe
back
he
looking...
faded out when he fell
young.
down that shaft.
That was
thing.
Palpatine that
Oh,
fell down the
never
ship.
mind.
Please don't join in when you know nothing.
So,
Also, do you think that's how Palpatine's going to be back for Episode 9? Is he's going to come back as a bad Force
well,
Ghost?
apparently Hamill's back for Episode 9, so that's going to be a fucking
But he
another
faded
Force
out,
Ghost.
so you know.
Well, exactly, he's a Force Ghost.
Also, he fucking projected himself across the universe.
Perfect projection as well.
So good. I love that scene. Last Jedi's got problems.
Everyone went mental about it, though. Everyone went, "Oh, you gotta give the Jedis a new power." It's a
Here, you can't be going around giving those Jedi some new powers.
But what I understand, you want to moan about it? You're living in a fucking world where Force ghosts exist and the Force itself exists, and
There's fucking diamond dogs from
Diamond. You live in a magic
Metal Gear.
space world. People can do whatever. If the writers want somebody to do something magic, because that's all it is. It's just fucking magic.
I mean, here's what we should be happy about is when it comes to Star Wars, they don't have a lot of new ideas that often. So when they actually do come up with a new idea, we should fucking rejoice and enjoy
like
it.
I did.
Because they've been making the same movie for fucking years now.
So yeah, Force ghosts don't make sense. That's angry, Gary.
Here's what I'm hoping for in Episode 9 is they're standing there. It's the final act.
Gungan tits.
Gungan tits.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I want to see in Episode 9.
No.
Gungan tits.
I mean,
Bring
sure.
back the Gungans.
No,
Yeah.
I want it to be. It's the final act. The characters. It seems impossible. They can't win. Rey's like she's hurt. Let's say Finn's dead. Fuck it.
Why is Finn dead?
Because
Because he's a suicidal maniac. Have we not learned that by
John
now?
Boyega's a good
that's
guy,
true.
though.
But
isn't he?
what's the other? What's the Oscar Isaac character called?
Poe.
Poe
Dameron.
Dameron. Just he's in a ship.
I
because
figured
he
that Finn and
flies.
Poe were going to get together. And then
Polish
they brought in,
Targaryen.
Then they
And-
brought in what's her face,
The,
Rose. And I thought Finn was
what
gay.
a pointless character she was. And then like there seems no hope, and then you just hear in the distance, "How can I help?" It's like, "Oh, who's that?" It's like, "Let me help." And they all turn round, and it's a Force ghost of Kid Fister. It's like, "I'm here, guys!" And it's like, "No, not you.
Surprise!
Anyone but you."
Oh, imagine if they went all Return of the King for Episode 9, and
it's just fucking
the
a
Siths
Force
are
Ghost
about
army.
to win. Well, the two Siths. I'll get into that. That's my next point. The
Okay.
two Siths are standing there with their whatever fucking army, the First Order.
Yeah.
Domhnall Gleeson's there with his big
Donut
angry
Gleeson.
ginger fucking eyebrows, Hux, screaming. And then they
The
go,
Knights of Ren are there.
the Knights of Ren are there. And then they go, "You will never beat us. Look, there's at least 20 of us bad
And then
guys.
a
and
big
there's only
pirate ship just
4.
rolls up, and then a bunch of fucking Force Ghost
Force
Jedis come
Jedis
flying
rush
off of it.
out.
Oh,
Sam Jackson's there, Kid Fister, Obi-Wan, Hayden Christensen.
They can have big fucking elephants.
They can have a big fucking elephant.
All those little kids that got murdered.
And all those little
by Kid
kids.
Fister.
Aragon turns up. Aragon's in there now.
And then
Legolas slides down the trunk of a big space
How are the
elephant.
ducks there because it's part of the same universe? And they go, Avengers Assemble.
Deadpool
fucking
turns up.
Ant-Man just stomps on something.
If I was Ant-Man, you want to go... Everyone's talking about Thanos' butt exploding it that way. You know, he should just have castrated him up the urethra and then pop it open from the inside out.
All of this is staying in.
Just because you say that, it means
I
nothing.
know, but it's all gold. This is what the people love, our witty banter.
And then, yeah, so there you go.
Two Siths is now your next thing.
Two Sith. The rule. Right.
Settle in.
I know very little about the Star Wars universe, but
Shocking. I've not realised that so
I do
far.
know this. At any time, there can only be two Siths, but there can be as many Jedi as you want.
Yes.
Now, by my very basic math, that means Jedi are always going to win. And at what point in history did the Sith go, there's a lot of those Jedi, isn't there? There are, actually. Yeah, there's like 100 of them. Luckily, there's about 100 of us Sith. Not anymore! And killed all the fucking Sith until there was a master and an apprentice. And then the master tells the apprentice, the only way you can become a master is by killing me
I mean,
and taking your own apprentice. At which point, when your apprentice comes to you and says, hey, master, do you mind if we just have like a little tete-a-tete, one-on-one chat between me and you?
parlay.
A parlay? Oh, yeah, of course, apprentice. In you come, in you come. What would you like to talk about today? Oh, I see you're about to grab your lightsaber. Is it? Yeah.
I sensed it in the Force.
I sense.
The Dark Force.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait, you're about to kill me. I want to become the master. Oh, fuck. Well, I'm not going to let you. I'm going to kill you first. And then you have a fight, and they act surprised. And it's... Why are they surprised? Why is any of that anything? How does any of that make any sense?
Right. Here's what I should do: is I should give a measured, reasonable nerd response, but instead I'm going to do what I like to do better and role play. So,
Who do you want to be, master or apprentice?
I know I want to.
Any young single ladies out there? If you're into role play,
If you're into role playing,
Yeah, I was your guy.
if you're into role playing, obscure, nerdy, geeky
Sith Lords.
Sith Lords. Right, what are we doing?
Uh,
who are we
we're
playing?
going to my favourite location, a boardroom. It's where all of my role plays take place.
And this is all the Siths.
All
round
the Siths
round
are sitting
table.
around the
We got
boardroom
head,
table. We have
head,
heads.
what, 8? 10
We'll
Siths?
say 12.
12 Siths.
12
okay.
Sith. And we've got head Sith at the top. We'll call him Barry.
Barry.
Barry the Sith Lord. And he's just like, hey guys, so I hate to do this. You know, we've had...
he doesn't feel very CEO. He needs to be more businessy.
That's because
serious.
what he's about to say is...
Oh, he's going for the soft touch.
Yeah, he's going for the soft touch because...
I get that.
It's, you know, it's
Okay.
like we've
I understand his management strategies now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna play. Like the really toxic masculine CEOs. We're like, yo, what up, Barry? I slammed that girl the other night. High five, tap that. High five. What up, Barry? Called the sweet business meeting, bro.
Brock, please. It's just we need to bring it down a couple levels here because you know we've got some bad news.
I'm gonna electrocute this grilled cheese sandwich. Look, I'm gonna melt it with
why
my...
wouldn't you use the wee lightsaber thing that
No,
just
I'm gonna
grills it
use
and
my
toasts it at the
electric
same time?
powers.
Because if you grill it and toast it at the same, you sure you have to wash it afterwards, but it's like you can grill and toast at the same. Anyway, Brock, please, Matilda, put down the child. She wasn't fisting the child. Oh wait, audio boy has come.
Is this Matilda, as in Roald Dahl's Matilda?
Yes, it is.
With our magical
'Cause
powers.
She picked up the chocolate cake and dropped. She had force powers.
She's force powers. She's
Yeah,
force
okay.
sensitive.
I see that. I see that.
We're building the
It's Mara Wilson in the corner.
SWGCU, the Star Wars Gavin Cinematic Universe.
Which we've already established has the Avengers, Pirates of the Caribbean,
Yep. Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, and now Matilda.
And Matilda. Fucking box office smash, Matilda. So we're in the boardroom.
Okay.
Guys, we've had some terrible news.
Hang on, if this is the Matilda universe, does that mean that this character
No,
that
this
Gavin
is
is
the
playing
Star Wars
is
universe.
Danny DeVito?
Someone said to me recently they want Danny DeVito to play Wolverine, and I'm like, yes, please.
I've seen that.
So
Right.
the shareholders of we've been looking at the numbers.
Crack on, Barry.
We've been crunching those Sith numbers,
Yeah.
and it's
Different from regular numbers, has to be.
very different, a
down.
lot darker, more
Lo-
electricity around them,
Lots of red, black, and a little
Yeah.
bit of blue lightning.
and we're looking at like our stormtrooper numbers. Like we're getting
Got a
good,
shit ton of them.
we're getting good recruitment because you know we plow through them.
Django Fett's been popping them out.
And they've only got one eye each, so
En
and they can
masse.
never aim. And we're
It's
not
a big issue.
we're not winning the battles, and so we've got some bad news. You play
What's
Brock.
up? What's up, Barry?
Is that the extent of your? I'm getting really deep here.
Man? I'm feeling good. Went out last night, tapped myself some alien tail. It's great.
Was it an actual tail or was it?
I don't know. Put my dick in it though.
Oh, it was Avatar universe.
We shared a special moment.
Yeah, we don't have the capabilities to employ you anymore. So we're going
Bro, my
into.
Sith numbers are through the roof.
I know, but we have to go into administration. We have to close down.
What, the Death Star?
We don't know what that is yet. We haven't thought of it.
Oh, it's a pre-Death Star. Okay.
So we're gonna have to lay you off. We're only gonna keep on like probably one member of staff as my apprentice. So we've got this little kid. His name's Toby. He's just signed up. He just left high school. Signed up for his apprentice.
What up, Toby? Fucking through his neck. I just killed Toby.
Okay. Well, thankfully, a lot of kids are leaving high school and they're looking for apprenticeships.
Well, what about this? I killed the other. There you go. It's just me and you now,
the
Barry.
young
Barry and
ones.
Brock, the last two Siths.
We can't have alliteration in the Sith universe.
Yeah, you can. Vader and Palpatine.
Vader and Palpatine.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Calling
Brock.
all your Siths Darth?
Here's your.
I could be Darth Brock.
Fuck Darth Brock. That sounds so fucking badass.
Darth Brock.
Fuck it, Brock, you're in.
Yeah!
Fuck the apprentices.
There you go.
It's fucking.
So wait, so just so I'm clear, Barry, how do I get up to the CEO master level of this new?
Oh,
enterprise?
that's very simple. At some point, I need you to stab me in the back, crushing our loyalty and our trust for each other,
Oh, yeah,
taking
okay.
my place and finding a new apprentice.
You know, I'll never do that though, right, bro?
No. We'd never do that to each other. Like,
Can
I'd
I
never,
have an apprentice? Can I have an
yeah,
apprentice?
if you
as
kill me,
apprentices?
you're supposed to get an apprentice because there's only supposed to be two of us.
But then that's going to be time training. Can I just start training my apprentice now?
as long as I don't know about it, do it in secret, hopefully, so I don't find out about it.
That also seems. But the reason you know that there's only the rule of two is because there's a limited force energy, right? So
We
the
just-
moment I start training any apprentice, presumably you're going to know about my secret
Yeah,
apprentice.
that's true. Yeah.
Except that doesn't ever seem to.
The
fucking
problem
come up
was
with
like this
secret
whole
apprentices all
like
the
this
time.
layoff administration. It came at us quick. Like we had to.
We're playing the rules hard and fast.
We had to mothball so many Star Destroyers. We went to We Buy Any Car and they had to take off a bunch of like Star Destroyers from us. And that fucking song, the guy, we buy any Death Star, we buy any Star Destroyer. I fucking hate the song, but they bought it from us. It was really good of them. But yes, so I mean, just try and use your force to hide their force, so I don't know you're training a new force powerful.
Wait,
Sith.
is that a thing?
I don't fucking know.
I mean, it must be though.
I'm just middle management.
And there you have it. Force ghosts are fucking Force ghosts. Rule of two.
Oh yeah. Also, I killed the wife. She came back as a fucking force ghost. Can't escape her.
Do you get Force ghost Siths?
Can you have force ghost sex?
Is Snoke? No, Snoke was real, wasn't he?
Ghostbuster, ghost sex, Star Wars, ghost sex. We're connecting Ghostbusters into the SWGCU. God, I love building my universes. How do we get
You know
Waterworld
how-
into this? Camino.
Also-
Camino is Waterworld. Yes. Waterworld will never die.
You know, in
This seems like a good time to maybe blow the lid off something here.
Okay, here we go.
Which is this Gavin's cinematic universe, this whole
The GCU.
Mad Max Waterworld
GCU.
thing, is not an original idea.
What?
He's stolen this idea.
Who had this idea? This is my idea.
You know who this came from.
Who did it come from?
who did it come from?
I don't know who it came from. I genuinely came up with this on the podcast.
It came from Elise Willems
When did Elise talk about Mad Max and Waterworld?
a few years ago.
I don't remember this.
Gavin has been lying.
I've not been lying. I came up with this on the podcast.
I mean, I wouldn't worry too much. Everything I say is a regurgitation from a Wikipedia article I read.
True, but you don't claim it as your own cinematic universe.
It is. I'm sorry. I have Mad Max, Waterworld, Jaws,
Star Wars, E.T., Matilda,
yeah, Truman Show,
Lord of the Rings,
Lord of
Pirates
the
of
Rings.
the Caribbean.
Avengers.
I mean, the Mad Max Waterworld crossover may have been tenable. This is a fucking nightmare.
Doable, but fucking the Lord of the Rings: Return of the King, Rohan fucking charge at the end of Star Wars Episode 9. It's going to be problematic.
I also love that in your fucking Gav cinematic universe, the films that already exist. So Star Wars Episode 9, it already exists. Everything up to that point has existed, but for some reason you've decided that you're chucking in any fucking thing you want.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to get done for copyright? did they copyright their idea? Because if they didn't write it down, if they didn't say it out
If,
loud, we can just.
The Mad Max Waterworld universe is my idea. I came up with it on this podcast. No one influenced me when coming up with the Mad Max Waterworld universe. And no one definitely influenced me when I started throwing in the Truman Show and fucking the Goonies.
Right. My final question on this, my final thing I want to throw an angry ball at. In Star Wars, you can manipulate people's emotions,
Yes.
thoughts.
Yes.
You can mind control
Actions.
them. Actions. Can I... You come in...
Puppet them like Pinocchio.
You come in and you go, Gary, I had a really bad night's sleep last night. I was just sad about being alone again. And I went, but Gavin... And I wave my hand in front of you. Wait. I wave my hand in front of you and I go, but Gavin, you had all those Victoria's Secret models over last night. You had the most mind-bending orgasm of your entire life. And you go, oh yeah, what a fucking great time I'm having.
Do you know what's very upsetting about this?
What?
Is that my mind...
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by Citalopram.
What are you upset about, pal?
My
What are you
mind
upset about?
drifted for a second there and I started to think... And
About 4 Victoria's Secret
no,
models?
stick with me. I was thinking about, does Darth Vader have a choking fetish? And then I drifted back into you saying, oh, I'm alone again. And I went, wait, what? And then you started talking about me having sex with Victoria's Secret models. And I was like, what happened? How did we get here?
Because I forced manipulated. It's exactly. You think you did. I force manipulated you. Now, that's an
He's
extreme
good.
example.
He's real good.
That's an extreme example. What I would like in this world, though, what I want to bring it down a couple of levels from that kind of level of manipulation to I meet a girl. We get on well.
I mean, you've already met a girl.
I have. Let's just say, actually, you know what? I'm going to use it. I'm going to use my girlfriend, Hannah.
You're
Shout
going
out.
to use her? Wow.
She doesn't listen to this, so this is either going to go down very well for me.
Oh, I can't wait.
Imagine you meet Hannah, right? Imagine you meet
I
Hannah.
mean, I'm still waiting to meet her.
And let's just say you've met every other one of my girlfriends up until that point. And you know, as my friends, that every other one of my girlfriends has gone, Gary is terrible in bed. I don't know what he's doing, but the whistling, the spitting, the fucking, the symbols
He's
that
like
are
that little
inside of his
dinosaur.
asshole.
He's like that little dinosaur from Jurassic Park that spits like oil in your
Like,
eyes.
I haven't got a fucking clue what he's doing. I love the boy, but he is
He keeps bringing in a
awful.
yo-yo. He never actually
he's
uses the
awful
yo-yo.
in bed, and he's got a tiny dick, right? You guys know this. And then Hannah comes in, and just before you meet Hannah, I go, guys,
Still
I've
haven't
actually
met her.
perfected my force powers. Hannah walks in and goes, man, Gary's the best lay ever. Now, you guys know that you see me going, Hannah, last night was phenomenal. I'm waving my hand, force wave. And you see me doing this. Can I? Is that doable? Can I just fucking... Is the world my Play-Doh at that point?
Yeah, I would class that as like sexual coercion, if I'm honest.
I mean, I don't disagree with you, but hey,
There's
that's
a lot
what
of
the Jedi's are doing.
legality that's up for debate at that point.
Imagine if Rey, when she was learning
this
to
seems
use
like
her
it's
force,
good.
and she went, "You were going to leave the room," and that stormtrooper goes, "I'm going to leave the room," and then
James Bond.
and then she
Daniel
goes,
Craig.
"Was that Daniel Craig?"
Yeah.
Oh, and then she goes, "And you're going to leave your gun and untie me," and he goes, "I am going to leave my gun and untie me, and also you're going to leave me your wallet and the keys to the Death Star, and also take off all your armor. I am going to do all that." Where's the fucking line get
And now
drawn in
you're
the
going to
sand?
get cast in the James Bond franchise and become a multimillionaire. I am going to do that.
Had you not already done that?
I'm just making a joke of Ray sending Daniel Craig from a galaxy far, far away to Earth to become a super
That's a
megastar.
bad joke.
Thank you. Here's what I'm thinking. Here's what I'm thinking with these force manipulative powers.
Yeah.
Is I'm going to start a sex cult because why not? I can do that.
Yeah, that's usually your go-to.
Is that what this is?
Any
Is that what-
excuse to
is
start
that what
a
this
sex
is?
cult.
The audience has no idea how many times we've had to cut out me going, do you know what? I thought like the movie, like its tone didn't really work for me. And it made me think, I want to start a sex cult. We have to cut that out so often.
Fun
Yeah,
fact,
we
Gavin's
honestly-
favourite movie is Eyes Wide Shut.
I mean,
We honestly
I
have to
fucking
cut
love
out,
that
I'd
movie.
say, at least an hour of you trying to coerce me and Philip into having sex with you every single week.
you know, I'm a desperate boy. I
it?
want your
Trapped in there.
I'm cutting that.
My bells and whistles. Is there anything else you want to air grievance with in the Star Wars universe?
yes.
Go on.
I don't know.
Awesome. on that then, I think we should wrap. How are we looking, Philip? Philippe.
Star Wars, Wars with the
I'm
Stars.
afraid to even attempt to edit this. It's a fucking mess.
All right, let's do a proper wrap. Okay, guys. Next week we will probably talk about the thing we were going to talk about. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can get us on everything: Facebook, Meandering Movie Podcast; Instagram, Meandering Movie Podcast; Twitter @MeanderingPod;
Gmail, meanderingmoviepodcast@gmail.com.
and as always, you can find me on Twitch playing games. Just look up Pixels Cafe.
Yeah. I have nothing else to say.
You should start doing comedy. Then you'd be able to plug that.
I should start doing comedy.
Yeah, like a comedy show, like a.
You can start your sex cult and plug that.
Hey!
If you would like to come,
All about plugs.
if you'd like to come to my sex cult,
Your plug all about plugs. You ain't gonna top.
Thank you very much for listening,
Thank you,
guys.
guys.
See you next
Woo.
time.
It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. It's meandering movies. So won't you lend an ear?
That's a good. That was good. That was a good one.